Following the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view, our brand Smackdown is currently listed at second, still trailing behind Tyler Breeze and NXT, who are just barely out in front. As we take a look at the roster, we have a lot of people with the 80 popularity or near 80 popularity. As we head down the stretch, we have 2 pay-per-views remaining here in Season 1, as we have our main title, Sami Zayn, who won the Universal Championship last pay-per-view in the main event against Cody Rhodes. So as we're on the road 4 weeks out from Survivor Series, the question comes now: what rivalries do we begin to build towards Survivor Series and onwards? As you see, we have very few rivalries still remaining across the roster. And looking ahead at one of our main event programs, I'm going to go ahead and sign The Undertaker to bring in. He's going to cost us $125,000 for 10 weeks, but we need the extra star power. So we booked out our first show of today's episode. You see the main event there. We have Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. They're going to try to build that as a main event level feud, even though it's not for a title. As we get it started here, Seth freaking Rollins against Carmelo Hayes, and Hayes retains the Intercontinental Championship with a 4-star match. Progressing the feud further is exactly what we want to see. We're getting Sami Zayn calling out The Rock to begin a new rivalry there as a main event picture with the Universal Championship, of course. As you have, it looks like new tag team champions as Indy Hartwell and Nikita Lyons take the titles. And we get a nice little charity spot there. Robert Roode and Mustafa Ali. This has been a feud that's been going for a while now. 3.5 stars. It doesn't progress the feud, unfortunately. And that leads to our main event. We have the Dead Man, the Hall of Famer, taking on Roman, and Roman picks up the win. 3-star match, and the feud begins. So a pretty good show, all in all. But was it good enough to win the battle of this week? And you see right there, I think we stood toe-to-toe with everybody. I think Raw and us had the most consistent weeks. As you look at Raw's card, they had some apparently really good matches. The opener and the close were really solid. So let's see how we did here ratings wise. We gained 55,000 fans, $79,000 in profit. Not too bad there. 33,000 from NXT with 92,000 in profit. Raw, 47,000 fans, $37,000 in profit, and WCW with 36,085. So that puts us back on top. Just like that, we flipped with Tyler Breeze and NXT as we have regained the #1 spot now, as you see the budget all about the same across all 4 brands. And Cody Rhodes has something he wants to say. He's been saying it for a while now, boss. So what do you got, Cody? I'm a little sick of being a good guy all the time. I do a much better job letting the crowd and other superstars know that what I really am, especially The Rock. How about it? So Cody wants to have a feud with The Rock. That's intriguing to me. I think we can make the switch. Sure, why not? We're gonna go with his gut. All right, Johnny, he wants to do more for the brand. Okay, so he wants to be put in a match. He wants to run a main event match. I think we can make that work this week. I'm gonna go ahead and sign China this week. We need a little extra star power in the women's division. If we can flip her to a heel, we maybe have a huge feud with her and Asuka leading towards Mania. So we're booking the show here. We're just trying to save some of our stamina still with some of our superstars. So let's go ahead and sim through it here. Hopefully we could put on around an average of 3 to 3.5 stars. So again, we're going with Carmelo Hayes, this time against Jinder. Jinder gets the win with a run-in from Seth Rollins. Ends up being a 3-star opener. We'll take it. Cody flipping from face to heel as we run back the Women's Tag Team Championship matchup, and Tamina and Rhea pick back up the titles. The rivalry grows further. China, who we just signed, has flipped from face to heel. We got Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley. Bayley with the win and starts a new feud there as well. We get a charity spot for the psychopath Dexter Loomis, and the main event. We promised we get Johnny in the main event scene. We're making it come to fruition as he's there with the champ and the Dead Man, who picks up the W. Not a good match at all. So after the stonker that was the main event, and you see how we stacked up there at NXT, we put on the opener, mid-card were on par, as well as the second mid-card, but the main event really was horrific. As you see what NXT was able to do with John Cena and Angel, they did a good job. 4-star match. How bad did that hurt us in the ratings? Let's see. 35,000 fans gained with $42,000 in profit. NXT $39,000 and $88,000. So that's not too bad. Raw, again, putting on really good shows, 44,000 fan gain, and WCW 41,000. So we're still on top, but don't look now. You got WCW coming up and staying close. So we'll have to keep an eye on Bischoff and WCW. We're running really short on money, so we have still put on, I think, a pretty good show, even though there's not a ton of variety in terms of match types. We have 2 titles on the line, though. Let's get into it and see if we can put on some sleepers here. So we have our opener matchup here, trying to build the rivalry out, and Taker takes back a win against Roman. 3.5-star opening match. We fulfill one of our goals, giving Tamina a promo. Ali versus Rude, try to get this to be a level 4 feud. As it does that, it grows to level 4. We get a call out that grows the rivalry there to level 2. Perfect. And hopefully to start a big feud here between Asuka and our newest addition, Chyna. And Chyna, welcome to SmackDown as your new women's champion. 3 stars, doesn't begin a feud, and we get to the main event. It's The Rock and Sammy. Title on the line. Cody with a run-in as The Rock dethrones Sami Zayn and is your new champion. So, all in all, pretty consistent show. We had 2 4-star matches. I am pleasantly surprised by. So all in all, pretty good stuff there from us. Hopefully it leads to big ratings. And as we see the ratings here, 41,000 fans. Our fan retention rate was a 0.99. We gained $117,000 in profit, and just a little bit behind NXT. They're 3,000 fans over us. Raw, again, 3,000 fans over us. In WCW, almost 6,000 fans over us. So we are last in the ratings this week, but we still have a few hundred fan lead, barely, over NXT. You see right there, the budget's hurting right now because of the signings we've done, and the fans are really, really close. We're being given an ultimatum by Mustafa Ali, who's been coming on as one of our biggest stars lately. He's got 78 popularity. He wants... What do we mean things aren't working out? I don't want him leaving, so we're going to pay him. We are going to use a Vito Superstar card for a random superstar on NXT that will be affecting them next week. So we're booking a pretty... I think it's going to be a terrible show, in my opinion. We do have 1 title on the line, but... Again, the money was hurting after we had the ultimatum of having to re-sign Johnny Gargano. So let's see how the show books out for us here. Hopefully we can put on some 3-star matches throughout. Asuka defeats Chyna, the champion, and it does begin the rivalry there. Exactly what we want to see. The Rock calls out Cody and grows the rivalry there. Beautiful. Loomis versus Mahal. And Mahal picks up a win there against Dexter and Loomis. 2 stars. It's okay. Really just trying to get those 2 on the card. Tag titles on the line. Tamina and Rhea win the titles, grows the feud further. And our main event, not the most exciting, but Gonzalez versus Bayley. Bayley with the win and a 3.5-star match, level 3 feud. Beautiful. So as things shake out, I'm not disappointed by what we did. Other than the second mid card, we're fine. Raw was really consistent throughout. NXT had a really, really good main event. Of course, there was a title on the line there for that. So, looking at how that stacks for the ratings, 35,000 fans gained, $133,000 in profit. That's big. We needed the big money. NXT 44,000. Gosh, Raw 54. Golly, they're retaining a ton. 49,000. So we are dropped. We are now 2nd place by about 9,000 fans by NXT. But it's not about the week-to-week shows. It's really all about what we're getting right now. The main event. This is the big pay-per-view. And what is this? Limited stock applied. Double the price of your card in the shop. Okay, that's fine. Sami Zayn here has been thinking it would be a great idea to team up with Jinder Mahal and put them in a tag team match. Interesting. I think we can make that work. All right, so we've booked Survivor Series. We have a bunch of titles on the line here. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. As we're right on budget, almost went over budget, but we have our opening match, Seth freaking Rollins versus Carmelo Hayes, who's been winning, and Seth takes over the IC title, a 4-star matchup to wrap up the rivalry as we continue to try to progress the rivalry there for the Women's SmackDown Championship. You're getting the tag team titles again as Rhea Ripley defeats and Tamina defeat 5-star legendary. That's our first 5-star I believe we've had. Rivalry growing there. Massive. Ali versus Rude now to blow off the rivalry. And that is a 3.5 star. Pretty solid match for the mid card. Liv Morgan calling out Tamina. Okay. You got Bailey versus Raquel to finish the rivalry. Raquel with the dub. Rivalry complete 3 stars. And that leads to our main event here for Survivor Series. The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and simulate and see who will be the Universal Champion. The Rock retains against Cody in a 4.5 star classic. Beautiful. So, looking at the cards, we crushed it, I think. I mean, looking across, I don't see anybody else even close to what we were able to put on there. As you look at all these other cards here, we put on a very consistent show to finish out this one. Let's see what it does for our ratings as we have a 133,000 fans gain with a profit of 67,000. So 133,000 fans, way more than NXT. That's huge. Okay, Raw, just 20,000 fans behind us, and WCW was second place, 124,000. So a great show. We get a healthy spa card 3 that we can use for any superstars that need the buff. And just like that, to conclude this one, we are back on top, as we now, ladies and gentlemen, are ahead of NXT, WCW, and Raw, and we set our eyes towards WrestleMania.